Hello artists, today we're going to have some fun making a collage out of different shapes. We've got a whole bunch of different shapes you can use: triangles, circles, negatives, some negative space, some stickers, and we're going to make a picture. Make sure you put your name and table code on the back of your paper to start with. And we have a bunch of different colors of paper you can choose. And I was inspired by this one because it made me think of autumn. So what I've done is I've taken a bunch of rectangles and made them into even smaller rectangles because I thought, oh, I could make like a forest scene. So I sort of started laying out all the pieces as if they were little trees in a forest. And then I started cutting some smaller ones to use as branches. And then I was like, you know what? I've changed my mind. And I turned it around and I thought, I'm just going to make one big tree. So I used the darker colors for my trunk and the other ones for branches. All right, so you decide what you want to make. You do not have to do a tree. You can make whatever you want, but you want to use these different shapes. And we're going to glue them down with a glue stick. When you're doing that, make sure you're putting the glue on the piece of paper you're gluing down, not on the paper you're gluing to. All right, so I'm going to glue all those all down. Really play around though with the shapes before you make the commitment to glue them down. You don't want to glue them down and then find out you don't want that piece there. I'm going to use these triangles to represent the leaves. I really miss seeing autumn leaves, so that's kind of the reason I did this. So there's my tree with some leaves and some leaves on the ground. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to add some wildlife to my picture. So I played around with some shapes until I had a shape that kind of looked like a bird, and I'm going to put that on top of my tree. You can see, zoom back in, I'm going to glue him down there. And you can add all kinds of things, like you'll see I've added some other animals to my picture in just a second. All right, make sure that you have enough glue on there, and you can cut the pieces into smaller sizes. These weird looking things here, I'm going to turn them into little squirrels. I took a sticker and I cut it in half for their ears. I know they don't look like squirrels now, but they will. All right, and then we're going to give them some eyes. I'm going to use a sticker again for their eyes. And once I add in the pupils, they'll look a little more real. And the nose, the mouth, and then some furry tail bits. So see, they look much more like squirrels now. All right, so once again, you don't have to do a tree. I'm going to show you another example of a garden, but you could do robots, you could do cars. You can do anything out of collage. You decide what you want your picture to be. So there I've added an owl and an acorn. Here's another one I did on a white paper where I did flowers and some fairies. And I hope you have fun with this project. Okay, go forth and be brilliant.